Let's be honest. You wouldn't survive the Black Death.
I want you to really think about that for a second. What would you do if your world just ended? If everything you know, everyone you love, simply stopped?
Well, that's exactly what happened. For an entire continent back in the mid-14th century, it did. We're talking about 50 million people. That's more than half the population of Europe at the time. Just gone.
But I want you to forget the history books for a minute. This isn't just their story. Right now, this is yours.
So, let's go back to a time just before the silence. Imagine this. Your world is small, it's ordered, and it's certain. Your life is measured by the changing of the seasons and the ringing of the church bells. You know your neighbors, you know your place, your world feels safe.
But lately, things have felt off. The world just feels wrong. The weather has been strange. There's this feeling in the air, a sense that the natural order of things is broken. And then a rumor arrives. It comes from the east, carried on the merchant ships. You hear sailors whispering about some kind of great pestilence, a sickness so vast, they say, it empties entire cities. But, it's far away. It's just a story. It could never happen here.
But the thing about stories is they have a way of becoming terrifyingly real. See, it doesn't arrive like an invading army with banners and trumpets. No, it just creeps in, silent, unseen. It starts with a fever in a single house down the street. It passes through the touch of a cloth, a shared cup, maybe just a breath of air.
At first, it's just a fever. Then come the chills, so bad your teeth chatter uncontrollably. And then, the swellings appear. Hard, incredibly painful lumps in your groin, under your armpits. People call them buboes. And after that, well, then comes the end.
The speed of it is just unbelievable. From that very first sign of fever to your last breath, it takes only 3 days.
And in the space of just a few weeks, the entire world you thought you knew, it just completely falls apart.
Suddenly, your neighbor, the one you've known your whole life, locks his door when he hears your child cough. The priest stops visiting the sick. The doctors have all fled. It gets so bad that parents are abandoning their own children, just utterly terrified.
The streets go silent. The only sounds you hear now are the wind and the cries coming from behind those sealed doors. The sound of people dying, all alone.
This isn't just a disease. It's a total collapse of society. Everything that held your world together, law, faith, family, community, it all dissolves. And it's replaced by one single overwhelming emotion, pure fear. Pretty soon, there's no one left to bury the dead. The bodies are just left in the streets. No one dares touch them. The stench of death hangs over the city like a thick shroud. Your world has become a tomb. But here's a strange thing that happens. When death is everywhere all the time, it becomes a part of life.
You start seeing this strange new art appearing on the walls of churches, in cemeteries. They call it the dance macabre, the dance of death. And its message is simple, but absolutely terrifying. Death does not care who you are. It comes for everyone.
Your crown cannot save you. Your wealth is completely worthless now. You will dance.
Your piety is no shield. Your prayers go unanswered. You will dance.
Your innocence is no protection. Your future is erased. You, too, will dance.
And then, just as suddenly as it began, silence. The fever breaks. The dying stops. All that's left behind is an empty, hollow echo.
50 million. Half of your world wiped from existence. The plague is over, and against all odds, you survived. But the world you knew is gone, forever. So look around. Look at the empty houses, the silent fields. If everything that defined you is taken away, who are you now?